What is your purpose in life? Have you ever truly stopped to think about it? Not the surface level goals or ambitions, not the expectations others have for you, but your deeper, truest purpose. The reason you exist. Take a moment, breathe, let go of every distraction, and listen to this question with your heart. Why are you here? For some of us, the answer feels elusive, like trying to hold water in your hands. For others, it's a question that stirs fear or doubt, because admitting we don't know our purpose feels like admitting we're lost. But here's the truth. Everyone feels lost at some point. Everyone wonders. You're not alone. From the moment you took your first breath, your story began. Think about that for a second. Out of billions of people on this planet, there's no one quite like you. You're born into a world with challenges, beauty, chaos, and love. And every moment of your life, every joy, every pain, every triumph, and every failure has shaped you into who you are today. But purpose? Purpose isn't handed to you. It's discovered. We live in a world obsessed with success. Society tells us that to have purpose, we need to achieve something extraordinary. Make a lot of money, be admired, be the best. But let me tell you something. Purpose isn't about being the best. It's about being yourself. And that might sound simple, but being yourself, that takes courage. Think about it. How often do you hold back, afraid of judgment? How often do you follow a path just because it's what's expected of you? How often do you silence that small voice inside you, the one whispering what you truly want? Let me ask you this. If you stripped away all the expectations, the pressure, the noise, what would be left? Because your purpose? It's not about what others want from you. It's about what your soul craves. Purpose isn't found in a title, a job, or a paycheck. It's found in the moments that make you feel alive. Maybe it's creating art, helping others, solving problems, writing stories, building things, teaching, learning, or simply making someone smile. Your purpose doesn't have to be grand to matter. It doesn't have to be flashy or world-changing. Sometimes, the most profound purposes are the quiet ones, the ones that ripple outward, touching lives in ways you might never even see. Think about the people who've impacted you. A teacher who believed in you, a stranger who showed you kindness, a friend who stood by you when things got hard. Did they know they were living their purpose? Probably not, but they were. And here's something powerful to remember. Purpose isn't about what you achieve. It's about who you are. It's about how you show up in the world. But maybe you're thinking, what if I don't know my purpose? That's okay. Purpose isn't something you wake up one day and suddenly discover. It's a journey, a process. It starts with curiosity, with asking yourself, what do I love? What makes me lose track of time? What would I do if failure wasn't an option? And it's also about courage. The courage to try, to fail, to experiment, to take risks. Because here's the truth. You might not find your purpose right away. And that's okay. Every step you take, every experience you have, brings you closer. Even the hard times, especially the hard times. Your struggles, they're not a detour, they're a part of your path. Think about a time when you faced something difficult, something that pushed you to your limits. Did it break you? Or did it make you stronger? The challenges we face don't define us, but how we respond to them does. Have you ever stopped to think about how much time we spend defining ourselves? We tell ourselves who we are, what we're capable of, and sometimes what we're not capable of. It's human nature to label ourselves based on where we are today. But let me tell you something life-changing. It does not matter who you are right now. What matters is who you choose to become. Think about that for a second. Let it sink in. You see, who you are today is only temporary. It's just a single moment in the grand timeline of your life. It's not the end of your story. It's not even close to the whole picture. Yet, so many of us act as though our current circumstances define our entire destiny. But the truth is they don't. Do you know what defines you? Your choices, your actions, your growth. Life is not about where you've been. It's about where you're going. It's about transformation, evolution, and becoming the best version of yourself. Let me share something important with you. Nobody starts at the top. Nobody wakes up one day and finds themselves living their dream life without effort, without failures, without challenges. Every great success story you've ever heard, every legend, every icon, every role model started from the bottom. They started with doubts, fears, and insecurities, just like you. Take a moment to think about some of the greatest minds and achievers in history. Think about people like Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. Think about Michael Jordan, who was cut from his high school basketball team. Think about Nelson Mandela, who spent 27 years in prison before becoming a global symbol of freedom and equality. Do you think their success was based on who they were at the start? Number their success came from who they became. And here's the good news, you can become that person too. It doesn't matter if you're struggling right now. It doesn't matter if you feel lost, broken, or unsure of your path. What matters is the decision you make today to start moving forward. Because every step, no matter how small, brings you closer to the person you're meant to be. Let me ask you this. When was the last time you allowed yourself to dream? I'm not talking about daydreaming or wishing for an easier life. I'm talking about truly visualizing the person you want to become. What does that version of you look like? How do they act? What habits do they have? What values do they stand for? Hold on to that vision, because that's who you're capable of becoming. But here's the hard truth. It's not going to happen overnight. Growth takes time. It's messy, uncomfortable, and often painful. But the pain of growth is nothing compared to the pain of staying stuck where you are. The road ahead will be filled with challenges, but each challenge is an opportunity. Every setback is a chance to learn. Every failure is a stepping stone to success. So, stop focusing on your limitations. Stop telling yourself, I'm not smart enough, I'm not strong enough, I'm not good enough. Because those are lies. You're enough. You've always been enough. The only thing standing between you and your potential is the belief that you can achieve it. Let me tell you a story. There was a young boy who grew up in a poor neighborhood. His father left when he was just a child, and his mother struggled to make ends meet. This boy could have given up. He could have let his circumstances define him, but instead, he decided to fight for a better life. He worked harder than anyone around him, stayed up late studying, and refused to let his past hold him back. That boy grew up to be a leader, a role model, and an inspiration to millions. His name, Barack Obama. Now, I'm not saying you need to become a world leader, but what I'm saying is this. If a young boy from a broken home can rise above his circumstances and create a better life, so can you. The key is to stop asking yourself, why me? And start asking, what's next? Because here's the thing, your past does not define your future. The mistakes you've made, the struggles you faced, the person you were yesterday, none of that matters. What matters is what you do today, tomorrow, and every day after that. Think of your life as a canvas. Right now, it might feel messy. It might feel unfinished or full of mistakes. But the beautiful thing about a canvas is that you can always add more paint. You can always create something new. You can always transform it into a masterpiece. And you are the artist of your own life. But let's be real. Becoming the person you want to be isn't easy. It requires effort, discipline, sacrifice. There will be days when you feel like giving up. Days when the weight of the world feels unbearable. But those are the days that matter most. Because those are the days that shape your character. Those are the days that teach you resilience. And when you push through those hard days, when you keep going even when everything inside you is screaming to quit, that's when you grow. That's when you transform. That's when you become unstoppable. Remember, every small action you take today is a step toward the person you want to become. Every time you choose to work hard instead of giving up. Every time you choose to believe in yourself instead of doubting your potential. Every time you take one step forward, no matter how small, you are rewriting your story. You are not defined by your past. You are defined by your choices. So, what will you choose today? Will you choose to stay where you are? Or will you choose to take a step forward? Will you choose excuses? Or will you choose effort? Will you choose to settle? Or will you choose to rise? The power is in your hands. It always has been. No matter where you are in life right now, no matter how hard things might seem, remember this: you are not stuck. You are not broken. You are becoming. And the journey of becoming is the most beautiful, powerful journey you will ever take. Because in the end, it does not matter who you are right now. What matters is who you choose to become. So, choose wisely, choose courageously, and most importantly, choose to believe in yourself.